There was a study that looked at cold water swimmers, and it found in 23 seconds, there was more than a doubling in norepinephrine. And norepinephrine is a precursor to dopamine. So you flood norepinephrine, and that was one of the original antidepressant drugs, is a norepinephrine reuptake inhibitor, where it made that norepinephrine last longer in the brain. And it was an antidepressant drug because that norepi has a pathway to convert into dopamine. And dopamine has to do with reward and drive and motivation. So you're setting things up with even just 23 seconds in this study. And the interesting thing was when they first started the study and they had these cold water swimmers starting the experience, they also got a lot of cortisol, which cortisol is a stress hormone that doesn't always offer benefit. Too much cortisol for too long is a problem. Too little is a problem also. But we don't want to push cortisol ongoingly. Interestingly, after just a few days, that shock stopped raising cortisol, but it kept raising norepi. And in the beginning, people do get that cortisol spike, but once the shock goes away of the experience of getting into the cold, you get the norepi without the cortisol. And that gives a lot of precursor to dopamine. And it's pretty rare to find something that gives enough precursor to dopamine to last for 2 to 5 hours afterwards. A lot of people's dopamine experiences are doing things that are a quick rise in dopamine and then a quick drop. You have a sugar or a sweet or something that an instant pleasure, or a ding on the phone or a social media something, and it spikes dopamine, and then you get a withdrawal from it. It's not a sustained release over a longer period of time. And I found that cold had that capacity. I decided for myself for 2 reasons. One, I hated it as a kid. I knew it would have opportunity for me to grow. And then 2, that if I learned to do it, I'd also have sustained dopamine. It's not easy to get sustained dopamine, and dopamine is such a problem in the world today, where people seek out hits of dopamine but have drops too low, and it creates a lot of problems with being able to stay focused, with being able to be productive, with being able to have the drive in life. Cold is something that really offers both metaphoric benefits psychologically to relax in the face of stress, but also physiologic benefits for mitochondria, for dopamine, for a lot of other physiologic processes when it's done in controlled doses and safely.
Amen.